Hey, it's me again. I'll just give you a little tour of this cab. I got mixed emotions about this cab. It's an excavator cab, like the shovel, the 2054 shovel, and the newer ones, the 2154, like Cotton Top has and all. They have a forestry cab on them. I like this cab. There's things I do like about it. It's an excavator cab. It has a sunscreen, has a hatch here to get out, which doesn't do you a lot of good because there's a you know, the woods bars roll cage over it. It's got this screen here to keep the sun out. That's good. I see they put this glass breaker thing. This is all glass. Okay, so, you know, hopefully it lasts, but I don't know, you know, with me, guys. I mean, if you're working in the woods on a cold day, a limb whacks at it, it's probably going to shatter it. So, and it's like a solarium in here. I don't like that part about it. A few other things I do like. First, I like this folds up on track like a regular excavator. So it'll be nice in the summertime when it's hot. To be quite honest, I mean, I like air conditioner, but I don't know, you're always in and out enough where I don't even care about the air. I like fresh air. It's nice. And then you don't get glare off the windows either when you're loading trucks, because the glass is much better than Lexan. And Lexan mars up and it's terrible. So what I just did in here, there's not a lot of room in this cab though. This side over here is all windows, so you can't really do anything. I put a cell phone repeater thing in here. I just threw it in here the other day. It doesn't work. I still don't get any reception down here, but like this thing here, I'm gonna mount this somewhere. This is like a cell phone repeater thing. So it actually says in the directions it's mounted under the seat, so I can put it anywhere in here, just leave it there. But, so it plugs in here. And I got my CB plugged in here. I'm not doing a very good job with the camera. This is storage in here, which is okay. This is all your fuse panels over here. You know, there's my multi-tester. So there's a lot of things I like about the cab. I don't like the fact that there's no room to put anything over here. You know, like in the shovel, it's got a steel member here, so I got all my saw controls mounted on it and whatnot. You know, this remote control. I have the CB mounted on the other side in that machine, I think. So I just mounted the CB here. I got to find a place for my mic. But here's the problem. Here's the dilemma. Mounting the mic, right? I get one of them. I got one in the truck. The gear jammer things. It's, you know, it's got the little recoil thing, right? Well, I'd like to put it over here because I don't know why. I just like to have my mic over here so I can grab it quick. So that's going to mean I'm going to have to put the thing up here and do something with it. But the problem is you can't really hang it anywhere because this is all window track, and you can't put it up here. Like I was thinking about putting a little zip tie with the gear jammer up here, but then if you ever want to open this window, it's going to hit that. So I got to figure something out. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just, I don't know, just a different situation, I guess. I'm not real. I'd like a little bit more room, but it's all right. Hey, it's warm and dry, and I mean, I like it. It's very well lit. Like when you turn the lights on this thing, you can see at night like it's middle of the daytime. I like that. There's a lot of things. I do like the machine. I do. It's a nice little machine. There's a few things, like I said before, that don't make a whole lot of sense to me, but no biggie. You know, it's 85% good. So that's what I'm kind of facing right now. Oh, I put my coffee cup holder over here because they had it over here. You can see my Pepsi. I mean, that's not a convenient place when you're working to take a sip. Even without all the wires in the way, you got to be a contortionist to get at it, right? So I just stuck that thing over there. Seems to be all right. I pried that cover out to make sure I wasn't going to drill into anything. There's nothing back there, so I just put a couple self tappers in that thing, and it'll work. So I don't know. All in all, you know, I mean, it's a nice cab. The seat's pretty comfy. After a couple hours in the seat, I get a pretty good backache, but I think that's me. I've got like bad discs. I've got what do they call it? Degenerative bulging, whatever. I don't know. I got 2 of them in my back that I've had for years, beating around with machinery. So after a couple hours sitting anywhere, I'm like sciatic nerves act up. I got issues, but you can't do anything about it. So I don't want to blame this seat. It's pretty good, comfortable. It would be nice to have a little bit more room, but then again, though, too, I do like the fact that you can open this, because in the summertime it'll be nice. And then, you know, like, let's face it, you know, hopefully the air conditioner works forever, but usually they don't. And if my guy can't fix it, and it's going to be $3,000 or $4,000 to refix it, I don't care. I'll just open the window or throw a fan in. We get like 10-15 days in the summer where you really need air. The rest of the time I'd rather open the door anyway. So, but whatever, I like that factor. I like the fold up windows. That's nice. And they got a good protective bar there to, you know, keep stuff from coming in. So I do like the idea you can run it with the door open like an excavator, because a lot of them now they're making them so you got the door completely shut like a mausoleum to run the thing. So I like that. So anyway, but something I do want to do, I do want to go over this. I get a lot of questions about the ground saw. I think Carson Swan made a comment about the ground saw runs good off the Doosan. That does not run off the Doosan. See the hydraulic lines? They're going into, put this camera where you can see it. They're going into that delimiter. So what that delimiter has a 4-cylinder John Deere, a little turbocharged. I think is it the 4045 engine or 4049? I can't remember. It's the same engine that they put in the D series skidders and the little 450 dozers, and you know, it's a really good, tried, true, tested engine. And that just runs a set of pumps. It's got a hydraulic tank in it, costs fuel tank. It's all self-contained, and the delimiter and the buck saw run off of that. So again, guys, a lot of people, you know, I know Cotton Top's running a processor. A lot of people are running processors, and I might get one. I've been actually thinking about maybe finding a decent used head just to try it out. My buddy out west, Isaac, I call him Mikey. Ike. I think that's short for Isaac. I don't know. I was always told it was, but anyway, yeah. Isaac Larson's got he's got a Cabelco machine, but he's running a processor. Yeah, I'm not opposed to a processor. I think it would be great. However, my theory has always been this one machine will do everything. You know, with that bucket on it, and especially with the saw on the bucket, you can clean up nice holes that don't need to go through the delimiter. You can pluck them, you can sort them, you can load truck, you can take it back in the woods and just shovel with it, which I'm probably going to do later on today. You can delim with it. You can do all kinds of things with one machine, right? Where if I was running a processor, you pretty much have to dedicate this one machine, and this machine was 250 grand without the head. So I mean, these things aren't cheap. The John Deere unit's pretty handy to 4. You know, well, that's with the bucket and everything. It's like, that's a lot of money. So instead of tying up 2 machines in the landing, my theory is 1. You know what I mean? And I know it would be more production, but you know, I'd love to do 20 loads a day, but it's not realistic around here. You plug markets up too quick, and you know, I'm happy with 5, 6, 7 loads a day, maybe a 10 load day once in a while. If you can do that with 3 guys, you do good. And my idea was to have a couple of these, run 2 smaller crews, just, you know, and you don't have to find these massive jobs. And kind of been my theory all along. I mean, you know, crap in one hand and playing in the other and see which fills up quicker, right? But you know what I'm saying. So that's why I do like these machines. This runs, this is all radio controlled. So what you would do to you would turn this on. No, I'm sorry, you do that and that tells it to get ready. Then you turn it on, you get a solid tone. There, you rev your engine up. Alright. And then these controls here, you can shut the engine off with that. These controls run this bar up and down. Knife closed, knife open. See the knives? Knife closed. And when that's closed, it'll shift the saw over to oh no, okay, when that's open, shifts the saw down here. It's not working because it's see? But I do get a lot of questions about that. Alright, so obviously you don't want to be running that when you're working. So these are all wired into, these are wired into your joysticks. So I have the same controls here on the joysticks. You know, there's knife open, knife closed. Okay, and then my saw runs off of this one. See that? And then these are my grapple controls here. And that's grapple, closed, open, and rotate. So that kind of explains that. I get a lot of questions on that lately about how this works. But I'm not tethered to that machine at all. There's no hydraulic lines to it, so I can leave that run and I can walk away and go do other things. I can go, you know, not that I need to, but I can go half a mile away and my radio signal will still tell that what to do, but you don't need to anyway. I can shut it off from up here. I can't restart it. You can get a remote start for it. I don't care about that, but if I got to shut it off for emergency, I can. I just leave it idle a lot of times, but I'll walk away and I can go load a truck, I can go shovel, I can go do whatever I got to do, and there's no hydraulic lines to unhook or hook up. It's really a cool little system. This, I think, for what I'm doing, is all around the best way because it's cheap. You know, like a processor is $150,000, $175,000 just for the head. I mean, I bought that 6 or 8 years ago. I don't know what I paid for it, maybe 60, 40, I don't know, with the saw. And I mean, it's well paid for itself a long time ago, and I can't anticipate ever getting rid of it. I mean, just put a reman engine in it, reman pumps, a few $1,000s, and the thing, it'll last forever. You know, grease it once in a while. So it's a cheap way to process wood. That's kind of why I'm into this setup, you know. And it works good on about everything. All right, I'm gonna talk to you later, guys. Ta-ta.